All right. Give it a second to load. Our FPS is kind of low right now. Maybe we'll put... I don't know if that will help or not. Okay, let's see if this works. So we have on this side one of our cat cams, I guess, is working. Well, cat beds. We are day 584 of the training begins. We're going to work on the tunnel to the Inkwood Library. We laid down a bunch of slabs for that over the last few streams. So today's goal is going to be gathering some stone and whatnot to there we go. There we go. Yes. Yeah, gathering stone and whatnot to to get these walls done to feel get a feel for the width and shape of the tunnel that we want. So we're gonna go do that now, drop off kind of what we have over at Overmorrow. Yeah. So that is the plan for today. We're gonna go over 45 minutes to an hour. We didn't get to stream yesterday, so trying to stick to at least to the 1 day a week, which, you know, isn't good for growing the channel, but at least it's something. But on that note, if you like, oh, where is this one? Is this Inkwood? What's in here? Oh yeah, that's that. Okay. Actually, we probably should go to Overmorrow because if we decide to... actually, maybe we will do that. Yeah, we should go to Overmorrow, but I think we'll go to Inkwood first because if we're not going to do any tree farming today or any wood farming, then it'll be fine to just grab the material that we want and then yeah. Where are we? Okay. So we can just drop some of this here, then the other stuff will welcome in Mr. Astronaut Kid. How's it going? Drop us some of our other stuff, pick up some of the other things we want, and then we'll go from there. Probably won't get very far in the tunnel, but our goal for this stream will be getting some material there and then getting a little bit of the shape done. Let's see, at some point we need to come back. Whoop. We need to work on our inn here, which I don't know if we ever gave this a name. We needed something clever for Inkwood, but it's going to be a tavern / inn. So something there. Okay. Well, that is a lot of phantoms. Oh. All right, so I don't know. I guess we can put food blocks. We don't need a lot of this stuff. Oh, I know what we could do. We could welcome in J. Carlos. He could sleep, and if they don't knock us out of the bed, that will take care of them. Yeah, so let's take... I think that tough... What were we using Tuft for? I feel like we were using that for something. Oh yeah, that was something else. That was a different project. So we can use that here. What else do we got? I want to keep it on the gray. Could probably take some of the andesite. Okay. All right, so let's get rid of that. Nope, nothing there. Okay. What do we got? Is it this one? Was this the one we were just in? No, so we can take that. Okay, perfect. Want some of those. Would dripstone even... I mean, it wouldn't drip any... Well, I guess it could drip lava, but... Maybe we can incorporate that into the tunnel. Or at least decorations for the library. And we are focusing... Well, we want to do... yeah, let's do some moss and then that. Then I guess we could leave that here. That'll give us some room to bring in something else if we want. Do we have any other tuft around? So that was the tough one we looked in there. Okay. Any tuff in there? No. Okay. Those are copper things. Okay. What are these? Okay, so... Oh, but we probably want some bone so we can make the bone meal for stuff. So that's probably going to be pretty good then. Okay. Welcome in, Jay. So I think that's going to probably be okay there. Let's go one more check over here. Okay, so nothing there. Okay. Oh, but we could... Oh. Let's drop that so we can pick up this. Okay. And where did we put the other copper stuff? That was that this one? This back one? Back one. Right. Okay. Now we'll go pick up our stone that we dropped over here. Our ravine is looking pretty good. Eventually we'll get that down to bedrock, but for now I think it still does the job. And this is this? Oh yeah. So this is... I guess if we did slabs, we could widen this. And I think I want to keep it like a wooden drawbridge versus something, well... I don't know. Maybe we'll put that up to a vote of whether we keep it like a wooden bridge or a stone bridge. Because it would need to be some kind of stone slab. So what slabs do we have? Do we not have slabs? Oh, do we need to go here for slabs? Yeah, so it's search slabs. Okay. So these are all the slabs. So we'd have to decide among these. So something like stone moss, I think would be okay. Like an older thing, but I think that fits better with the library. For Inkwood, I'm thinking like cherry slab of some kind, pale oak maybe. Pale oak isn't bad. Or bamboo, because I want it to be like dark or kind of a whiter parchment color. Probably not quartz slabs, but I mean, that is an option. I don't know about resin brick, because we'd have to go find a pale forest for that. Well, we'd have to find one anyway for the pale oak. So let's say probably quartz, pale oak, or bamboo, just because birch is more common. So you'd want it to be a little less common. So pale oak probably isn't a bad idea. There is a pale oak forest over by the garden temple. We haven't done anything over there yet, but that is an option we could look at. Where are we going? Let's go back down here. So let's go back through and that's why we did that. This is going to need to be made deeper. So I don't know what we're going to do with all of this yet, how we're going to kind of go from here to down here. So we're going to have to figure out how to do that transition. Whether we just kind of do what we've done, but like dig it out and make it more of a slant, but kind of just push it back a little bit so that we don't have to duck. And well, if that's too narrow here, because this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I guess depending on which way we go out. So if we keep this wall, then we're going to it's 3. So this is going to be 8. All right, and then we're going to put this there. Okay. This is where it would have been, I guess, good to have right, and this would be 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. So that's going to help there. So that's how wide it's going to be. Since we're on this side, we're just going to follow this. Okay. So we're just going to lay down what Ruckleman read Foxery. Okay, so let's... I mean, we're going to have to push some stuff out eventually, but it's not going to be an easy 15 wide, so I think... but I think if we do... Oh, did we... Are we pushing it back? I think we'll push it back. Yeah. Right, so we'll push this there. Okay. Right, and then we need to figure out how to do the S-curves from above. So that would be handy if we had some kind of mini map or something here. Right, so that locks that in. Okay. So let's clear this out. And I mean, doing it by hand is going to take a long time given how long this tunnel is, but I guess that's not really a bad thing because it needs to just be functional first. Right. So something like that. Okay. Right, so... Yeah, so I think that's going to be okay there. So we'll do... Right, okay. How do we jump? There we go. Right. Oops, let's get back up. Okay, let's do that. And okay. Ooh, glad I didn't hit that guy. Okay. Yeah, so that's not too bad, I guess. Then it's just... So I think we're probably going to have to scrap or heavily modify the tunnel idea that we had. Well, having it be like a semicircle. Because without it being on a line and without it being something that we can look at from above so we can get the curve right, it's going to be hard to figure out the angles here unless we were to do more straight lines and then limit the curves to just the like 90-degree angles and softening those versus what we have now. Okay. There we go. Guess they kind of work as bodyguards. Okay. All right. Is that going to be good enough? Yeah, and we're going to have to widen it on this side. But maybe that'd be kind of the goal is getting it on one side. Oops. Okay. Okay, so let's... Okay. Put that there. Is it that one? Okay. Right? Okay. Okay. Boom, and then... Okay. Do it at least like 3 higher, so I guess it is a slightly different plan than we had before, but... Right, so... That in, okay. At least if we do it by walls, then we'll have a feel for how far we need to go over. And so it won't be like a nice straight tunnel. And it won't be like a smooth curve either, but we'll just have to figure that part out. All right. All right. Put that there. Nope. Right. So that looks okay. All right. Let's put one over here. Oh, we could probably get rid of that, right? Yeah, get rid of that. Put a little bit more space, and then we can, I don't know, we'll just put torches every so often to light things up. Okay. Do we have any? We don't have any. All right, so maybe we'll just. We need a lot of this stuff for the tunnel, so maybe we'll just start. Oh, if we're writing it on this side, then we'll just. We'll just do some hack and slash as we go. Yeah, that'll work. And then maybe we'll plan on going a little bit through. Maybe we'll go through the tunnel on the other side and see what Inkwood, or not Inkwood, see what the Inkwood Library looks like. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's going to take forever, but at least a little bit each pass makes it that much easier. Okay. I mean, it is going to create some spawnable areas, so that won't be great, but we'll just have to deal with that later. Okay. We'll get through it. Okay. All right. It's like 24. Well, I mean, it's not quite equal, but it'd be about 2,400. So a little less than 2,000 blocks away. And I mean, we could add little secret doors in this too if we want to use it to get to other parts of the world too. And secret doors because we want to keep the aesthetic kind of tied to the story that we're working on. So we'll see how that goes. Welcome in, Titan. And thank you for the like. Much appreciated. How's the Sunday going? Let's grab a carrot or two. Glad to hear. Do you play any Minecraft or any other games, if you don't mind me asking? Over the summer, we were trying to do streaming every day, Minecraft Central, and then games like Satisfactory and Planet Crafter. Ah, good choices. And what else were we trying to do? We wanted to get into No Man's Sky, but ran out of time. Do you have any big projects in Minecraft that you're working on? Or anything, I guess, really? The world that we're working on now is part of N-Base. Nice. We're trying to develop a story and then build the world in Minecraft. And I have a perimeter wireframe, I guess, of a base in the end. Trying to do something like a Dyson ring. But I'm debating on whether I should keep that as a Dyson ring or convert it into more of an island. But since it would be a lower level project, it would be at least 1,000 blocks squared. Thank you for the like, Tootly. Well, hope you're having a good Sunday as well. Do you play any Minecraft or any other games as well? But yeah. Okay. But the reason I've been toying with the idea of making just an end island different than the one that's already there would be coming through. It wouldn't look like a traditional end. It would look like just like an alien overworld. Colors and stuff would be off because of the end, but it wouldn't necessarily have to look like the end. So I've been debating on whether I should keep it that way or stick with the Dyson ring. The story is more on the fantasy side, so bringing in a Dyson ring would be a little bit more of a challenge, but we'll see what we go with. If nothing else, it's just a wireframe, so it would be easy enough to repurpose it for something more just like a large circular island. So we'll see. But first, we need to get our overworld and nether projects done. Yeah, it's a lot of big projects, so probably more than I should have done, but if it turns out the way I imagine it, it will look good. So what we don't see above us at Y62, we have a Haven's End, which is a 1,000 by 1,000, or will be a 1,000 by 1,000 city in the Nether. Right now, it's just a 80% complete slab of slabs that will eventually be the city. So we have a really nice large spawnable or non-spawnable area that we can use. We still need to clear out all the netherrack above it, but that's one of the other phases. And we didn't visit it today, but we have Overmorrow, which is our city at spawn. So it's a 513 block diameter half circle. And then Inkwood above us, which, well, Inkwood is where we picked up some of our resources today, which is just a, I don't know, 200 or 300 square city, town. Maybe town might be more appropriate. But the idea there is the town is really small, but the library is accessible through this tunnel, which will represent like a kind of a magical well, and the the knowledge that's beneath. The server itself is 7 years old, but in the beginning I really only played on the occasional weekend here and there, not very regular. I've only played regularly on it for maybe the last 5 years, increasing the regularity to the last year where we've been pretty regular every weekend, and then this last summer we streamed every day for a while. The library itself is going to be roughly 750 blocks squared for its perimeter. And our first big project was the Garden Temple, which we probably won't visit today, but if you visit another time, I'll probably hit it. And it is a step pyramid. I think it's like 14 horizontal, 11 vertical. That is planned to go from bedrock to build height, the new build height 320. So we're building it kind of from the top down. So we have the kind of the top stone, keystone at build height, and we're building it down to bedrock now. So we gotta drain some of the ocean that's below it. And we have a good chunk of that done. So we have a number of big projects going on, and we're just kind of bouncing between them as we spend a lot of time on one and need a little change of scenery, then we work on the other ones. Maybe we'll run a little bit faster and see if we can get a view of where the library is going to be. Thank you for the like. So our plan, since we were just kind of haphazardly building things, and then the last year, streaming is probably similar to the age of the server. Been streaming for probably about 7 years, but in the beginning there was no face, no voice, just the game in silence. So not a good experience. The last 2, maybe 3 years now. Last 3 years we've been taking it a little bit more seriously. We've upgraded our mic. We had a Razer, now we have the SM7B. We've tried to up our cam and some of our OBS transitions. Working on some behind the screen scripts to help us do things a little more smoothly. So more seriously streaming for about 3 years. Which the hand cam, which got bumped, so it's off of where it was, but let's see if we can adjust it. Oops. Let's see if we can get this to look where we want it. No, we can't. Okay. Where is it? Oops. Yeah, so this is our Cyborg 2. Yeah, we need to get that cam fixed. But anyway, the point of that was we haven't been playing with a keyboard and mouse for a keyboard and traditional mouse for at least 2 years now. We've been using an M70 mouse, so a trackball mouse. And we've tried the what is it? The Xbox. What it is? Xbox haptic controller, and then adding a joystick to that. We've tried the Razer Tartarus, and now we're into the Cyborg 2 from Azeron. So trying non-traditional playstyles just to see what it's like, and maybe help people who would rather not use a keyboard kind of know what to expect from those tools. Whenever we have a little bit more resources, I want to try the Logitech buttons and the Logitech foot pedals. So instead of keys on the Azeron, actually using foot pedals for running and ducking and jumping. Let's see what kind of experience that is like. The same thing with the buttons would be a similar approach. And eventually I want to try a leap motion. So being able to use kind of a sign language to play Minecraft, see what it's like. So a lot of plans, not enough time. So the past, 2026, we've only been able to stream maybe once or twice a week, so we've had to cut back a lot from other obligations, but if we get enough interest, we can definitely justify streaming more. And this is the tunnel. Well, this is where the library is going to be. So it's that far away because we wanted to put the library in the middle of an ocean or something a little bit bigger. How do we get out of here? It's been a while since we've been here. So that way it wouldn't you wouldn't kind of accidentally stumble across it as you're going through the realm. At least that was kind of the plan. Right, so how do we get up there? So yeah, so from the shores of the ocean, that's why, well, from the shores of the ocean, you shouldn't be able to see it. So there's no way we can really hide it. You, if you flew over it with Elytra or something, but outside of that, you wouldn't see it from the shore. Is it this way? Is this our way up? This is our way up. Okay, oops. Yeah, we've been working on that tunnel for so long that I kind of forgot how we had this set up. Because being in the Nether, there were so many like false caverns I wanted to get the slabs down so we had a clear path. Oop, okay. Is that? Oh, that's the one we want. Okay. All right, let's jump up here. Then we'll get a feel. Oh, hopefully there's a bed up here. Did we put a bed up here? We put a bed up here. So we're gonna have to be careful that we don't lose everything because we're really far away from all of our spawn stuff. Okay. So what is this? Is this water? Yeah, so we got a water collector and a lava collector. Oh, we could do tree mining over here. We could do that over here too. Okay. You can see we've got a nice, like, large area here. Do we have a chest? Maybe we could do a quick fly over here. Okay, so let's put, yeah, let's put the elytra here. Okay, okay, so now, oh, but we need to put our rockets down. Okay. What is this? 17,000 and 20,000. Okay. Oh, wow. Thank you for likes. Much appreciated. Yeah, so this is our kind of start. Then see, it's coming over here. This should be about 750. So this part's going to be a little bit harder. We'll have to cut some of that down, but let's see, because I think, if I remember right, yeah, we should be able to cut through here a little bit. Yeah, I should be able to cut through some of that so that you don't see it too much from there, or we'll end up building up some kind of mountain or something over there, and that should help too. So let's get this lined up. All right, so can we do this? Oh, we have a Nautilus. Okay. That's something we haven't taken advantage of a lot either, some of the newer mechanics and mobs and stuff. So we haven't used the Nautilus much. We haven't never used LAs. I do need to collect them just to have them and figure out something. Um, we do have a copper golem, but we're still kind of playing around with the mechanics to figure out how best to use it. I think we might repurpose we might leave our, we have a set town called Barter's Bay that has a large kind of warehouse in it. And we started doing some auto sorters there, like, I don't know, 50 or so. We have the sorter set up, but we didn't actually connect them or put the items in to get it going. So we might just leave it there for decoration and then use copper golems to do actual work sorting, see how that goes. It's probably a good way to, like, use them in conjunction, so I'll have to revisit that. But that's one of my arguments for adding things like that, is that you can have both. It doesn't prevent players from using old mechanics and new mechanics. All right. And I think there's a sulfur cube now. Oh, wow. Thank you for the For continued likes, much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Is it this one? Okay, so I'll probably come out here and get this. This was one of our other goals, just to kind of get the general shape down and then start getting some of the support farms done and then conceal those in buildings and then just put up kind of wireframes for the non-story buildings that we want to add just to have a little more life in the library. Yeah, but we have been trying to improve the stream quality. We've always been kind of the low-key second monitor kind of stream. And more build focused with some slight technical build stuff and then some general math too. It probably won't make much sense here, but at spawn, we've divided the world into 10 realms. So is it like arctangent of height over vertical? So in this case, I guess it'd be like z over x. Lets you know what degree you're at. So if you're standing at 0, 0, you can kind of figure out which realm you're in. So the realm that we're in right now would be the third realm. So if you were to, oh, there it is, take the numbers and run that through an arctangent, it would be kind of in the middle of whatever that is. It would be 0 to 18, 18 to 36, so 30, 37 to 45, something like that. Okay. All right. Oh, that's what we were doing. That's why we had that. We were trying to be careful before and we ended up dying, and that's why we left. Okay, okay. We had lava buckets here so that we could just pour it and get these foundations. Oop. Okay, okay. So we'll just get these couple stones down. Right, now we'll go see if there's a bucket around here, and maybe we'll try that again, and we'll just have to remember to be extra careful. And that's why I guess we had the water bucket too. I do. So over the summer, we were doing a lot of Planet Crafter. We got all the way up to where we could exit and go to the moon. The moon there, and then we also unlocked the okay. The toxicity DLC. We had Wildcard Wednesdays where we did some more cozy games, like A Little to the Left. And we had Unpacking on the list, but we never got to it. We did some Satisfactory. Was another one that we tried to get. Well, I like Satisfactory, and we started a new world there to kind of do a less spaghettified base, so builder style games. And we probably played an hour or so on stream of No Man's Sky. And then some other obligations came up, and we weren't able to get very far into that. Off stream, I've done tens of hours, 40, 50 hours in Baldur's Gate 3. But for the most part, it's more of the builder style games. Stardew Valley as well was another one. That's another reason why I'd like to build the stream up again and get back to kind of the wildcard Wednesdays. So I couldn't promise that I would play every game suggested, but listen to what other people wanted to see and what they enjoyed, and if it fit kind of the theme of the stream, then we would add it to our list. And if we didn't already have it, we would look at getting it and playing those kind of games on Wednesdays. Which if there's enough interest in that, we might move it to a on a Saturday stream as well, like doing a double header. Right. Ooh, that's a nice sunset. Yeah, I typically get 1 to maybe 4 people when I stream, or when I was streaming more regularly. Since I haven't been to stream as regularly lately, it's been more, well, 0 to maybe 2. We're also live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, which hasn't helped the numbers a lot, but occasionally we'll get a few people on the other channels. Yeah. And my regular streams were usually earlier in the day for me, so it's 8:30 p.m. right now for me. Yeah. Similar. There we go. Okay. What else? Yeah. Yeah. A lot of, so that would be 9, 9, 10, 11. So that'd be East Coast. Hi, Violet. How's it going? Welcome in. How's the Sunday going? And do you play any Minecrafts or any other games? Yeah, over the summer when I was streaming more, I was following after either the Spawn Chunks on Mondays or Joel Duggan other days. And he does the Spawn Chunks podcast with Pixel Riff. So if you, yeah, they're pretty like low key Minecraft news, making Minecraft more accessible. So I find their podcast kind of inspirational, I guess. And it also worked out. It seemed to be a good time, but on that note, time is really, well, was more flexible then as well. Right now, I'm flexible in time on weekends, well, on Saturdays anyway. So if I need to stream later or sooner, I'm open to whatever works for everyone. Is this? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I should probably just let this spread out. Oh, that's why I had 2 buckets, so I could let them spread out some more. Let's go do that. Let's go get the other bucket. Right. Yeah, so we can get this. Do we need to fly? Yeah, it probably isn't bad to fly, so oh no, we probably want to put that down too, so maybe we'll put that there. Because we don't want to forget to put down enough torches. Oop. Okay. Yeah. And so this is part of our typical streams. So we'll do a lot of these kind of foundational streams. And then behind the scenes, I'll do a lot of this work kind of off stream just because there's so much to do. And then when we come back, we'll do more of the like traditional building that you'll see on other streams. So not to the level of like Pixel Riffs or Joel that we mentioned earlier, but getting better. Although I think our there's flying machines that I could do that would probably do it a little bit faster. But they're a little bit more tricky on Bedrock. I did get one to work for our what I called our ocean squeegee. So we have a back at the Garden Temple. We have a flying machine that. Yeah. Oh, that would a flying machine that would fly on a layer of water, and if it's in a channel, so we would do something like this, but we would have just like an 8 or 9 block wide channel, so there'd be a wall on either side, and it would just fly across the water, and because it occupied the space of a water, it removes that, and as it's flying, it basically drains the ocean. So it works. You just have to have a lot of the channels so to keep the water from filling back in. And for our build, that's not too bad, but for this, we're kind of doing the opposite and wanting to fill it in with solid blocks. So I've been kind of doing it a hybrid of lava and catching ourselves on fire. And then what we were doing earlier, just kind of laying down a quick place on the blocks. Which the quick place actually, once we get a few, I think that's what we were doing before. If you have the rows down, then the quick place I think is actually faster. Do we have any more? Yeah, we got a few more. Was it this? It'd be something like, at least, and this is what I was doing in Haven's End, since it was solid underneath, was that. And let's do this. Yeah. So if we had this all the way down, then it made it a lot easier because we could just go quick place. And it was a lot quicker with having the materials, and given how many dig projects we had, we have a lot of dirt and stone and things to work with. And then having, did we run out? Oh, we ran out. Okay. And then from here, we could just widen it and yeah. And just keep doing that. Oh, and we are over our hour anyway, so we'll probably start wrapping up here pretty soon. And okay. Right, so let's put some torches out here. Okay. Probably put some stuff here. Yeah. So, oh wow. 8,000 or 8,400 likes. Wow. Really appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the stream. All right, so let's put a torch there. Yeah, it ought to be pretty good. Okay. So we'll, I don't know. Uh-oh. Maybe. Hello, Mr. Spanx. How's it going? All right, so we're gonna do some jogging here. How's your Sunday going? Uh, do some twitching. It's going pretty well. We were making some progress on what will eventually be our Inkwood Library. It's building the foundation, roughly 750 blocks squared, and then we'll fill that in with kind of a castle architecture, maybe, or at least leaning into that. Castle, magic school, something along those vibes. All right. Do you play any Minecraft or any other games yourself? Let's see. Okay. Oops. Let's get this light up. Oh, we have a lot of that stuff. Okay. Oh, but we probably want to eat pretty soon too. Do they follow up? Okay, so they're not there anymore. Okay, good. All right. Oops. Hopefully that creeper doesn't catch us. Nor this one. All right. Maybe we'll run back here in a second. Making sure nothing's there. Do we have any more torches? We do have torches, so I guess I just didn't pick them up. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay. That fill in. Right. Okay. So that one did catch that. So I'll have to repair that later, but at least they didn't hit us. And yeah. And we don't want any spawns in the library other than maybe like a few select rooms. That is impressive, Titan. Thank you very much. I think that's probably, that might be the record for me, or pretty close to it. We've only gotten close to that 1 or 2 times, and it's been quite a while. And we had been streaming for several hours at that point, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's make this extra safe. And then we'll do a little fly around, and then we'll call it a stream. Uh-oh. All right, let's oop. They'll sit there. Hopefully the lava expands a little farther. Oh, guess he's a little too close. I mean, too far, I mean, sorry. 30,000. Oh, 30,000 given? Wow. That is impressive. Oop. I'm happy for any likes, really. Oops. Just glad anyone enjoys watching. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get over to this guy. We will lava our way over. Then we'll do a flyover, and then that'll be our stream. All right. Oh, he's going to come join me, apparently. Okay. All right. So what is this going to do? Okay. Oh, let's light this up while we're here. Almost there. Almost there. All right. All right, let's take him out and there we go. Okay, now we'll do some more torching over here and yeah, yeah, Titan and Mr. Spanks. If there's anything you like or don't like about this stream, like feel free to let me know. Some things I can change and some things I won't be able to, but always happy to try to improve. Okay. Probably don't need all of these right here, but okay. Let's do a high fly and see. Yeah, so we got a good there. We'll have to chop this up a little bit, maybe mountainify that a little bit. Yeah. This is probably one of the places we probably need to bring one of the happy guests over here just for kind of stepping back and viewing. Yeah. And oh, I guess we were doing stuff there. Yeah, so from this, we were kind of following this line and using the netherrack to go out that 750 or so. I guess it wouldn't be 750 in each direction, because that would make it 1400 on each side, so that would be bigger than we planned before. Okay, so I think we're just gonna be 300 something in each direction, 350 in each direction, something like that. Well, if it's 750, it'd be a little bit more. So roughly, we need to go out about. Wow, that's. Wow, 12,000. That is definitely a record for me. Thank you again. I think we're pretty good. So we need to get some netherrack. Go out 350 ish in that direction, and then that direction, and well, that direction. Looks like we've already done it in this one, roughly, right? But that gives an idea. So this is only what, maybe like 20, 30 blocks past it. So that gives a good view of how large this place is going to be. And we're not going to bother draining the ocean here. Well, in any case, still appreciative. Wow. That is a lot of likes. But however fast, much appreciate the support. Glad you were able to join tonight. But yeah, we're not going to drain the whole ocean under the library. There will be some probably basement elements to it. So in that case, we'll probably use some gravel or something to kind of build a wall, and then we'll either fill it with gravel or maybe we'll take some sponges. We have a supply of those over at the Garden Temple. and just drain what we need for the any basement elements that we want to build in there. We don't need the whole thing. Oh, how this will look? So the idea is something kind of fantasy, academic, medieval academic. So thinking, what do you call it? Like magic school core kind of thing. So maybe some kind of clock tower, a large, like stacks, like library section, a few little halls for the librarians and whatnot who will live here, and then some like secret rooms that will have, you know, hiding secrets and whatnot that will pertain to the story that we're working on. So kind of, yeah, little medieval, little magic fantasy. That's kind of the vibe that we're going for. Inkwood is more, yeah, like tavern style. Overmorrow is planned to be, how would I put it? Not real world modern, but more modern for the story that we're building. So more of a vibrant town and less kind of the medieval look. Haven's End will be another more vibrant and eclectic. So any mob that can survive in the Nether. So we'll have we have pet blazes in Haven's End. So their AI logic broke, so they just kind of float around my base and don't attack. So I just leave them there. And then we'll have, our hoglins, piglins, things that are native. We have 10 or so villagers there now. And then we'll bring over, we have a stable started, and we'll add some cows, chickens, whatnot. So kind of a haven for all of the mobs that we're able to put there. We have to be careful in how we lay out the city because we want it to be open enough to get around, but we need some intentional kind of hedges and low-hanging archways and stuff to keep any of the iron golems we have around from attacking other mobs that are considered hostile. So like we don't want them to attack the zombie piglins or whatnot. So the ones that aren't hostile initially. So we have a spattering of different styles that were kind of attack or connected by the story that we're trying to do. And then we'll have Oasis City, so kind of Wild West, Space Cantina, that kind of vibe. And the Garden Temple is leaning a little bit more into kind of Tower of Babylon meets like sci-fi vibes, without kind of going full like frog lights everywhere and end rods everywhere kind of thing. A little bit more restrained sci-fi, I guess. But with that, I think we're gonna call it a stream. So we're gonna get down from here. I think we're just gonna go hide under this tree. That seems like a safe enough spot. And probably call it a stream there. Work on some of the other stuff we have that we need to get done. So yeah. So thank you once again, Titan, for all of the follows or all of the likes. Yeah, definitely hope to see you again. Glad you're able to join. Thank you, Mr. Spanks, as well. And thank you, Violet. So yeah, thank you again for all the likes, follows, and support. You can find more of what we're doing on Linktree, so Linktree/MindTripMedia, and that will be on the outro screen as well. And that will have links to our where we stream as well, where we stream on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. We'll also have links to our Blue Sky where we make our go live announcements. So you can follow us there to see when we're going to go live. I try to give a heads up there if I know far enough in advance, but usually it's at least 10 minutes, and usually on Saturday or usually on Sunday nights lately. And as we're able to put in extra streams, we'll make those announcements there. So once again, thank you, Titan, Violet, and Mr. Spanx. And we'll see you next time when the journey continues. Take care and have a good night.